Hi, my name is Reese.
And my name is Taryn, and this is Talking CAR.
We are members of the Jason Russell Society in Massachusetts. If you haven't heard of us yet, well, you have now.
In this monthly podcast, we are going to be talking all things CAR. Now let's get started.
Happy New Year!
And welcome to the 7th episode of our podcast, Talking CAR.
So before we get into the business of this episode, we'd like to cover some old business from last month's episode, which, if you remember, was all about pins.
We previously asked our listeners to send us pictures of their limited edition donation pins. And a big thank you to Mrs. Marshall, Senior National Historian,
and Mrs. Moore, Senior National Endowment Fund Chairman,
for sending us pictures of your limited edition centennial pins.
And we even learned something from Mrs. Moore, which was that the centennial pin is the only approved pin that you can wear on your neck ribbon insignia, which I thought was really cool. I didn't know that.
I didn't know you could wear any pins on your insignia. So
who knew?
That's cool.
Thank you. So in this episode, we will be talking all about the mountain schools, which is super fun. So let's get started. So the mountain schools are also known as the DAR schools. And DAR schools, there's two separate categories in that, the DAR schools and the DAR supported schools. In the first half, we're going to be talking all about the DAR schools. So one of the DAR schools are two schools that were founded by the DAR.
They are located in the Appalachian region. The Kate Duncan Smith DAR School is located in Alabama, and the Tomassi DAR School is located in South Carolina.
So we'll get started with the Kate Duncan Smith, or also known as KDS DAR School. It was founded on Gunter Mountain in Alabama by the Alabama State DAR in 1924. It is just like any other public school, a day school that offers education for children from kindergarten to 12th grade. And it has children from an area of 100 square mile radius.
Enrollment for this school averages from 1,300 students yearly.
And at KDS, there is a special emphasis on responsible citizenship, academic achievement, and other special skills.
This school also provides preparation for college and vocational training as important parts for their curriculum.
And did you know that KDS has a special focus, and most of the students come from low-income areas or are in poverty, so it's a really helpful school to get them up on their feet. And this also helps students really live up to their full potential and to be ready for what comes next, whether it be college or a job. It really has them ready for what comes next, yeah.
As we mentioned before, it was established by the Alabama DAR, and it was actually named in honor of Kate Duncan Smith, who was a guiding hand for the Alabama DAR for many years.
Yeah. And now on to Tomassi DAR School.
The Tomassi DAR School is a private school and a nonprofit children's home for family services, with many organizations offering many programs to serve the children and families with the varieties of needs.
So the programs include child care homes that serve up to 8 to 10 children, a middle school and aftercare program for families and students enrolled in college or living independently, and a daycare program for infants and toddlers and after-school children.
The Tomassi DAR School was founded by the South Carolina State Society DAR and was accepted as a national project by the National Society DAR in 1921.
Since that time, thousands of children have received a loving environment and excellent education at Tomassi DAR School.
And a little bit of fun facts about the school. Tomassi DAR School was first open to only girls, and soon after was open to boys, sort of like a boarding school.
Yeah, and that's kind of what, like, jump-started the whole children's home, like, section of Tomassi DAR School, which I think it's...
That's where they'd all stay.
Yeah.
For, like, their boarding school.
They made... I'm pretty sure I read that they actually started the first cabin in a old chicken coop.
Oh.
Fun fact. So... Also, it is a home for children. It also has a focus for children. Focus of children facing trauma and poverty, which is really helpful for the kids to get back up on their feet and have a place to stay.
Kind of like a place for them to get away.
Yeah. So these were the 2 DAR schools that were founded by DAR state societies, and we hope you enjoy the commercial. And we'll
see you in the next half.
Oh.
Have you heard? The National Society of the Children of the American Revolution is celebrating 125 years. I can't think of a better way to celebrate than with a membership promotion and a new national contest. Starting on July 4th, 2019, all of the new CAR applications submitted and verified through February 28th, 2021 will count automatically toward your local society totals. The top 3 local societies in 2 categories, 25 members and fewer and 26 or more members, with the most new members will be announced as winners at the 2021 National Convention and receive monetary awards. Now, go out and find some new members.
We hope you enjoyed the commercial, and now we're going to go into talking about the DAR approved schools list, which is just the schools that DAR supports the most.
So, starting off with the mountain schools, we have Berry College in Georgia, which was founded in 1902 to provide high school education to rural youth and become the first approved DAR school in 1904.
Berry College was developed into a college in 1926 and is an outstanding school today in the South, with a fully accredited and amazing programs in art, science, and other professional programs, as well as specialized graduate programs in education and business.
That's actually all we have for this school, but a fun fact, this is the only CAR mountain school which is actually a college.
Pretty cool.
Fun fact. Now we're moving on to the Cross North School and Children's Home, which is a 100-plus-year-old child welfare organization with 3 locations in North Carolina.
Cross North School grows healthy futures for children and families, providing a sanctuary of hope and healing.
The services at the Cross North School include foster care in-campus cottages and community-based foster homes, outpatient and school-based therapy, educational services through a public charter school, and a day treatment program and a transitional living services for students aging out of foster care.
Crossnor also opened the Center for Trauma Resilient Communities in 2018 to train other organizations to become trauma-informed and trauma-responsive. So the next school is Heinemann Settlement School in Kentucky, and it was founded in 1902 to provide an educational opportunity for the youth of the mountains.
Its major educational emphasis today is its work with students with dyslexia.
This is the only program of its type within 200 miles, so it's very helpful for the kids.
Last but not least, the last CAR mountain school is the Hillside School in Massachusetts,
Whoop, whoop.
which was founded in 1901 as a rural home for boys who were orphaned or otherwise without a home or family.
The Hillside School now provides a structural and supportive environment for students with learning problems.
Its program includes reading, writing, math, science, literature, social studies, fine arts, and industrial arts.
And some other things about the Hillside School is that its goal is to maximize the potential of students through small class size of about 7 kids to 1 teacher and extracurricular activities. these small class sizes really help to have a one-on-one aspect with the students to help them grow faster.
Another fun fact is it has a boarding program and day programs for boys grades 4 to 9.
And another thing about the Hillside School is that actually the Massachusetts State Society holds their state conference at the Hillside School almost every year.
And this year, state conference is going to be at the Hillside School, March 7th, 2020.
Come on by and check out the school. They're very hospitable.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's a great school.
So you may be so those were all the schools, the mountain schools.
And you may be wondering, are they the same schools as the CAR mountain schools?
Yes! So you may have remembered from our last episode about the pins, about the mountain school pin, about the mountain school fund. And the purpose of the mountain school fund is to support the general operations and emergencies of the schools.
Another question you may be asking yourself is, what can you do to help?
Well, you can send care packages, school supplies, donations, anything that'll benefit
School learning.
Yeah, housing environment, anything that you think they could use, they'll gladly take with open arms.
Yes.
So that was a bunch about all the CAR mountain schools and the DAR schools. We hope you enjoyed. What?
I was going to say, I hope this enhanced your knowledge on the CAR schools, mountain schools.
We hope you enjoyed. Tune in next month. Bye!
Bye!
That's our podcast for this month. You can find our podcast on Buzzsprout, Spotify, and iTunes. Be sure to tune in again next month.